So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you in the name of Czech Presidency at today's press conference and the launch of Entropa. I would like to welcome here Mr. Alexandr Vondra, the Deputy Prime Minister for EU Affairs of the Czech Republic, and Mrs. Milena Vicenova, the Permanent Representative of the Czech Republic to the EU in Brussels. And now, Mr. Vondra, I give you the floor.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Art is freedom. Freedom of expression is the founding principle of democracy. Art knows no boundaries. And the Czech Presidency motto is Europe without barriers. This is a place where decoration changes every 6 months. Since the very beginning, we wanted our decoration to be creative. Creativity is a motor of progress and is important. This is shown, among others, by the fact that 2009 is the European Year of Creativity and Innovation. At the same time, we wanted the decoration to be an expression of artistic freedom in line with our motto, Europe without the barriers. We have created a space for freedom to speak for itself. Also, we wanted to prove that 20 years after the fall of Iron Curtain, there is no place for censorship in Europe. We also wanted the decoration to be a common project of 27 countries and the EU, not only a marketing of the Czech Republic. That was our condition when we commissioned the project. The present here and the past there. When we received the common project of 27 artists, we created conditions for its realization. Project which have been then delivered by David Cerny includes names of other 26 artists, with each of them being authors of his or her own country. Part of the deal was that any other costs relating to the production of the project would be covered by author himself or private funds he would find. Only after then Entropa had been installed here, we learned, to our greatest and unpleasant surprise, that the participation of 27 artists was in fact a mystification. It was an unpleasant shock for all of us, including me, although the conceptual artist David Cerny apologized to the government later on and informed me yesterday that he did not use the Czech taxpayers' money appropriated for the project. Entropa is just art, nothing more, nothing less. In the past 2 days, it raised rather positive reactions. People react as they usually do when they attend the art exhibition. They watch, they analyze, they discuss not only their own country, but also the other. Project depicts mainly stereotypes and clichés as barriers to integration and cooperation in Europe. By realizing these barriers, we can start removing them. Realization of prejudice is a sine qua non condition for its elimination. This piece of art has never been meant as the Czech Presidency vision of the EU or member states, and however the latest discovery may be shocking, it does not change anything in this regard. This is not how the Czech government or the Presidency view EU or any member state. Entropa is a provocation of a kind. I understand that some could feel offended, and I would like to apologize to them. This is not just concern the government of Bulgaria, but any other member state. I would like also to apologize to all those whom I unintentionally misled. The media people, the people in this building, the people in the Czech representation to the EU. If Entropa was supposed, however, to make fun of someone, that would be us, me in the first place. I accept the responsibility, but we are not leaving the scene. We gave the opportunity to free expression, and it is artist's responsibility how he will approach this free space. We consider Entropa to be a piece of art. Again, nothing more, nothing less. I hope we can agree with this with the rest of the European family. We hope we will be able to laugh with you, not at you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Deputy Prime Minister. And now Mrs. Vicenova, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, only a few sentences. I represent the diplomatic bodies, and our task is to facilitate discussion, to facilitate communication, to send clear messages. I would like to communicate with you one message. Having spent 30 years behind the Iron Curtain, I and my country, we appreciate the freedom of speech and freedom of art as the highest value. I would just briefly mention the quotation of François Voltaire from the 18th century. I do not agree with what you have to say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. That is our message. Being called by the media the velvet optimist, I am very optimistic now, and I hope you will accept our message as a positive one, as a kind one. We are here, we want to discuss with you, we want to laugh together with you, we want to laugh at prejudices, at barriers. We don't want barriers. I hope you will enjoy this piece of art.
Thank you. And now some questions. We have room.
Kristina Laboha, Czech press agency. I would like to ask Vice Premier Vondra, do you think that the mystification on Entropa can somehow harm the image of Czech presidency? Thank you.
I think it's not up to me to make this judgment. This judgment will come, I think, later, and we'll see. But definitely, this was not intended as a kind of a image making, neither of our presidency nor of the Czech government or the Czech Republic.
Another question?
This is a question from Dutch television. Can we ask the artist himself, who's in the back there, about his ideas of what happened and how he looks at all the commotion?
Yeah.
So maybe I should have informed you, you will have the occasion to see and hear Mr. Cerny once the Deputy Prime Minister and Mrs. Vicenova leave for other meetings. So I think this explains it.
1-2 questions to me and then
okay.
I think 1 or 2, then the artist will come.
Hello, Vasilin Zelev, Truth Daily, Bulgaria. I'm here. The Bulgarian government has asked its part of the mosaic to be removed. Will you remove it?
Look, I apologize to Bulgaria and its government if it feels offended. I think we are certainly ready to engage in a dialogue, and the ambassador, she communicates with your representatives here, If you stay behind your request to remove that, we of course would be certainly to do that.
Yes. Daily Telegraph. Is this installation going to stay here throughout the 6 months? And if you are forced to remove the Bulgarian exhibit, won't that give the lie to your hope that Europe is still an area of free speech?
Art and freedom is an open issue, and I think that this is, in a certain sense, the story which is not being told in completion. As I told you, we are having or engaged in a dialogue with the Bulgarian government, but if really they want to remove that, we are ready to respect it.
Okay, so one last
And
question.
the question was how long it was intended to stay here until the end of June.
Is it possible? Is it possible just to remove?
Right. There's a Danish artist, Susan Malberg Albertsen, listed as a contributor, and she's still listed. And I wonder if you're gonna apologize to her as well. She didn't contribute to this piece of art, of course. If you want to apologize, and if she's gonna be removed as a contributor.
I think that this is the question to the artist, not to me.
Mr. Vondra, you personally, you would like this exhibition to stay here until the end of your presidency, and just if Bulgarian government insists to remove the Bulgarian part, is it possible that the rest will stay here?
No, I don't have any personal wish. I think my personal wish is not an important. Thank you very much.
Okay, we thank you as well for your attention. And now, Mr. Cerny, let me welcome the artist and his fellow. So, Mr. David Cerny.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce you the team of Entropa. On my left side is David Cerny. On my right side, Krzysztof Gintera and Viktor Fresho. My name is Tomáš Pospiszy. We conceived and created Entropa almost a year ago. From the beginning, it was intended as an art project, not as a political statement. From the beginning, it was intended to be a hoax, a mystification that necessarily will be uncovered. The medium of this work is not fiberglass and other materials that you can see on the wall behind me, but it was exactly this mystification and the discussion that it can stir. We wanted to ask questions about stereotypes of European nations, stereotypes that are connected to European nations. And most importantly, we wanted to make fun of art itself. The genre of this work is a satire. It is a caricature. And the thing we wanted to caricature was, on one hand, politically correct art. On the other hand, art that is trying to be politically controversial. In no way we meant to insult individual state. And what is important to us is the whole image, the whole picture of Europe, and how difficult it is to perceive it, to see it from only one point of perspective. Please let me now give word to David Cerny.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what was said about that piece is, in the first line, it is an art piece. I would have to repeat what Tomáš Pospiszy said. Instead of that, I will rather say that we are really sorry that we insulted individual nations. It was never be mentioned like insulting anybody. Another thing, another issue, I would like to very much apologize to my government, which especially Sasha Vondra, Karel Schwarzenberg, and Mr. Topolánek, who I mislead by purpose. I hope that if we doing a fun of everybody, we basically doing a fun of ourselves also. So it is not insulting, it is insulting ourselves. Another thing which I have to say is that the money which I received for this project from a state, which were actually state money, I never used, since I know that there won't be used on a purpose which was set. So the money I'm going to send back to our government. And third thing is that I would like to apologize Bulgaria, which was unfortunately misunderstood. I already said what was it meant. And then just any questions? Also, one thing which was not really said, I was the author of the whole conception, but I invited a couple of other artists and intellectuals, some of them you can see next by me, who we were collaborating on. And so it's not the work of one man, in fact.
Questions, please.
A question from Dutch television. Do you accept that this Bulgarian part might be removed?
Yes, it is possible. If we will be asked to remove that part, we will do so.
And what do you think when that happens?
We don't know.
No, but what do you think about it when they remove it? What's your opinion on that?
If Bulgaria might feel offended, we would accept those feelings and remove that part. I think that would be fair to them.
And can England still come in?
I don't think so.
Why not? Why not?
No comment. Next, please.
Mr. Cerny, you said that Bulgaria is something you didn't intend. Can you tell us what you did intend for each country, please? What does it depict? I mean, why a squat toilet for Bulgaria? Why bagpipes for Ireland, etc.?
What we wanted to express is how Europe is complex as a whole. And it would be misleading to talk about individual states. What is important is the overall complex structure of Europe.
Hello. Mr. Cerny, first of all, Daily Truth Bulgaria. First of all, congratulations